Hi everyone, it's Matthew. Welcome back to my channel. It is another Golden Globes look back. This time we'll go all the way back to the 1990 Golden Globes. I'm joined by Jake. Please introduce yourself.
Hello again.
Okay, cool. I will leave a link to Jake's Twitter in the description below. Please show him some love. He is amazing. And we're going to start with TV. Most of these I have not seen. The miniseries category I'm going to be completely lost in, but it'll be fun. What about you, Jake?
I'm excited for the miniseries one because I've seen all of them.
Wait, have you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're going to have to guide me a little bit on that. All right, let's start with Best Drama Series. They nominated China Beach, In the Heat of the Night, LA Law, Murder, She Wrote, 30 Something, and Wise Guy.
Yeah, out of those,
Um,
I've seen Murder, She Wrote and In the Heat of the Night because I liked In the Heat of the Night when I saw the film.
I've only seen Murder, She Wrote out of that list.
Harold Connor's in it. Oh, he's brilliant.
I saw some. I keep forgetting what I'm going to say. This is off to a very good start. I've seen clips of China Beach and LA Law, but I haven't seen them completely. So,
The LA
so I kept
Law
those two.
one.
I nominate Baywatch in addition to China Beach and LA Law, Murder She Wrote, and Quantum Leap. My winner is probably Quantum Leap
For drama.
for drama series.
Ah. The interesting
What
thing
would be
about
your
LA
winner?
Law is it often they would have people who we would probably recognize from our day. So Kathy Bates got her start on it. I'm going to skip over the next person. CCH Pounder, not sure if you know her.
I do know her.
Bryan Cranston, Steve Buscemi, Lucy Liu, Stephen Root, and Christian
Yep.
Slater. I'm going to skip over Kevin Spacey because ooh. I
Yep.
mean, it's an okay show.
But
I've seen part of it. It's a cop show. It's nothing special. David Schwimmer was on that too. Not
what
that he's
would
an
be your winner?
easy. Murder She Wrote.
Yeah.
It's not
What would be
altogether
your
the
winner?
greatest show, but
Immersion Row? Okay.
it's just nostalgic. It's clean cut. It's the murders are somewhat interesting. I still say the British do it better, but I do giggle that
Yeah,
her
I'm not
accent is
surprised by
never
that.
consistent. Her accent is never consistent. She's supposed to be from like Michigan, and she sounds like she's from
Yeah.
the England. But it's Angela Lansbury. You like what you see, and you love what you watch.
Yeah.
Murphy Brown.
All right. I'm. Yeah. It is time for best comedy or musical series.
Mm.
They nominate Cheers, Designing Women, Empty
Ooh.
Nest, The
Mm-hmm.
Golden Girls, Murphy Brown, which was the winner, and The Wonder Years.
Okay. I've been very lucky to have seen all of these.
Um, I've seen
um,
I've seen 5 out of 6 actually. The one
which
I
one have you
haven't
not
seen,
seen?
Empty Nest.
It's it's okay. It's
Yeah.
more of a. It was actually a pilot from the Golden Girls. It was
Yeah.
a really awkward episode where the girls were just kind of in the sideways, and it was like Rena Moreno, who didn't end up do who didn't even end up doing the show, which is hilarious.
I agree. Um,
Designing women is brilliant.
I believe that's on Hulu, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but it might be on Hulu if you're interested.
Designing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's aged remarkably well. That's I definitely know people don't watch it as much as they do the Golden Girls, or they would Cheers, or they would the Wonder Years. But it's still a very good show, and it's an extraordinary cast. Dixie
Um.
Carter, Delta Burke, Jean Smart,
Yeah.
Jen Hooks.
Exactly. If you haven't seen the Golden Girls, please do yourself a favor and watch that.
I'm sorry if anyone hasn't seen the Golden Girls. There's
You have to watch it.
it. It is the first sign of the apocalypse.
Well, I don't know. There's probably someone out there who hasn't seen it.
Well, then
Um.
fix the
So
world by watching it. It's such a good
yeah.
show.
Anyway, I nominated Cheers, Family Matters, The Golden Girls, The Tracy Ullman Show, and The Wonder Years.
And your winner,
The Golden Girls.
good.
Yeah.
I'm torn myself. If I were to have voted that year, oh, I mean, they're all just such good shows. I'm not the biggest fan of Cheers. It's okay. Murphy Brown's okay. I liked Murphy Brown from what I've seen. It's definitely not really remembered.
Yeah. The thing.
Designing Women, I don't think it ever won. So I might throw a bone.
Um.
No, it never won.
Okay. Um. The
I
thing
might have to
when
throw it a bone.
go ahead. Um.
And plus, they gave us the speech of the lady throwing her baton higher than anyone and it hitting the top of the ceiling and sending sparks down into the audience. And that's the night the lights went out in Georgia. It's one of my all-time favorite comedy monologues. It is brilliant. It's great writing.
I agree with that. All right. We're gonna do best miniseries
I'm
now.
gonna have to scroll down on the Wikipedia page because Julia Roberts is looking at me and I don't like it.
well, we'll talk. Well, we'll talk about her when we do the movie side.
Ugh. Okay.
Well, because she
Here.
won, we're gonna have to mention her.
I know.
Try hard not to. So,
uh, best miniseries or television film.
Lonesome Dove won.
Mm-hmm.
Also nominated. I know my first name is Steven.
Oh,
My name is Bill W.
oh,
Noticing a theme here. Roe versus Wade and Small
oh,
Sacrifices. All right, confession time. The only one I've seen fully is Roe versus Wade. I've seen clips of Small Sacrifices.
oh,
I have,
brilliant. Do you know
but
she never won a single Golden Globe or Emmy ever?
that's very weird. But
Oh, so
confession
good.
time, I've never seen the other three.
Okay, so do you want me to help with them?
Um,
So I know my first name is Stephen. It's something. It's based on a case. It's based on a kidnap case of Stephen Stainer. He was kidnapped by a child. Well, not sure if I can say it on YouTube. Are we allowed to say it on YouTube?
well, you did anyway, so
Child abuser. I'll just say that.
yeah.
Sounds less worse than what he was, and he kidnapped him for. Uh, yeah, he just kidnapped him, and then he remembers his name. It's a really emotional little thing. My name is Bill W. I've seen it. I don't really remember. It's James Woods, James Gardner. It's based on a true story of he was a stockbroker in World War One. He was a stockbroker and he loses his entire fortune in the collapse of 1929.
Okay.
And they both are drinkers and they go to Alcohol's Anonymous. It's an okay film. Good
Okay.
acting. And then Roe v. Wade you've
Wilson
seen,
don't.
so I don't need to explain that one.
Same with Small Sacrifices. I've seen enough
You've
clips.
seen you've seen clips of it. If anyone doesn't know, that's about Diane Downs. She was a lady in the Pacific Northwest who decided that since her lover or whatever he was didn't want children, she thought what a great idea to attempt to kill them. Unfortunately, she was clumsy and she got caught almost immediately, hilariously. And also, here's the fun thing, because she was smiling the whole time while she was walking him around the site where it happened, she was giddy, giggling, and F- Farrah Fawcett stars in it. It's a great film. If anyone hasn't seen it, it's on YouTube for free in varying degree of quality because they don't release these on DVDs often, and so they fall into the wayside of people having to upload from VHS. But that's a
It's
whole nother video I could do.
that's a whole yeah. That's another video for another time.
Not to
No,
carjack your show, but just I wanted to explain to anyone who hasn't seen these that they're worth checking out if you can find them. I think
no,
they're important shows. They're very important shows, in my opinion.
no, I completely agree with you. All right, let's go back to drama.
Are we still on miniseries? Were you supposed to say what you would have nominated?
Oh, my bad.
You told me to help you with those earlier, so I said I was gonna.
All right,
My bad.
all right. I nominated Day One, which is about the. It's. I call it the prequel to Oppenheimer, because that's really
Oh.
what it's about. It's the Oppenheimer story. And Great
Hmm.
Expectations, which is a Charles Dickens novel.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Anthony Hopkins is in it, brilliant as always.
Anthony
Small
Hopkins.
Sacrifices,
Hmm.
The Women of Brewster's Place. I've seen a few clips of that. It has Oprah Winfrey in it. It's such a
Ooh.
powerful miniseries.
You have to
And
send
Roe,
me the link.
all right, and Roe versus Wade, which is the winner, because that's the main one I've seen.
It's an important movie. It's. I'm looking at the Great Expectations. Gene Simmons, Jonathan Rice Davies. Ooh. Anthony Hopkins is always wonderful. I can't believe he's never won a Golden Globe. But it's
Um,
interesting. So there's a blank space on the page where I guess they have an extra category now for
I don't know why that's there.
who
I feel
knows?
like someone probably just copy how it was done, pasted it, and then just didn't.
Probably. I mean, I write stuff on this all the time, but I'm not gonna go try to undo that. It would give me a headache.
Exactly.
Next on the list, if you want to continue in the straight line, it's best performance in a television series drama.
All right. Now we're back to something I know what to talk about. Corbin Bernson and Harry Hamlin for LA Law.
Oh, Harry.
Carol O'Connor for In the Heart of the Night. Ken Olin for 30 something. And Ken Waugh, which is the winner for Wise Guy.
Hmm, that's why I recognize Harry Hamlin. He's in Clash of the Titans.
I know him for being married to Lisa Rinna.
I know him for being in Clash of the Titans from the 80s, and he also reprised it in God of War 2, which means I'm going to have to go buy a PC apparently and play it. 'Cause I have
I
the
know
biggest crush on him.
I know Harry Hamlin from Dance with the Stars.
Well, I guess it
He
could
was
be.
on it, I swear.
His career just never really panned out,
It's funny.
unfortunately, because he made a film in 1982 that kind of destroyed his career, and it's really kind of
Yeah.
sad. He's brilliant. He's a
Uh,
sweetheart. Ken Wall, Wise Guy.
yeah, that was
I
the winner.
don't. Yeah, for says
I didn't.
75 episodes over 4 seasons. Yeah, no, I
I
don't know
think.
him. He's
Yeah.
pretty.
Um, Harry Hamlin, his wife was on season 2 of Dancing with the Stars, and he was on season 3.
You'll be happy to know I finally watched an episode.
Yay!
Oh,
For people
he's.
who don't follow my Twitter, I've been trying to tell Jake all about Dancing with the Stars.
And I was resisting it so long.
You weren't
Because
resisting it. You're just like, what the heck is this thing?
I don't know, my brain was just like, I don't know. Should I? Like, well, I guess I can try it. I don't usually
So
watch those kind of things, but I actually slightly enjoyed it. It was kind of surprising.
that's my only exception. Like, I don't watch those shows, but that's my only exception.
LA Law again. Yeah, I
Sorry,
just
back
all of
to
these
what
are
we were trying
just
to do.
they're all. I mean, they're good actors. I would vote personally for Harry Hamlin because he never got the respect that he deserved.
I like that. Here's who I nominate. Scott Bakula for Quantum Leap,
Scott.
Corbin Bernstein for LA Law,
Mm-hmm.
Andy Griffith for Matlock,
Oh,
Harry Hamlin for LA Law, and Ken Olin for 30 something. Never seen it, but I gotta fill the category. I know I've seen the other four. I've seen the other four. But the fifth one I had to fill it somehow.
two, three, four.
My winner is probably Scott Bakula for Quantum Leap.
Ooh,
A, he's great in it. But B, if I pick a show to win Best Series, I feel like I need to give it something else. Or else there's just no point. You know what I mean?
have you seen much of the actress category?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, do you know much of the shows yet? Because it's China Beach again.
Uh, I totally
Apparently,
know.
it was popular.
Well, even if I seen China Beach, I would still pick Angela Lansbury. Thank you very much.
Sorry to anyone else nominated. It's a good category. Dana
Um,
Delaney.
yeah, she won 2 Emmys for it.
I like Dana, but of course, most of the younger generation would know her as Lois Lane in the Superman animated show,
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
which is a
Um,
shame because she's brilliant.
I agree. But yeah, Angela. I should probably say who they nominated for the people. Dana Delaney for China Beach, Susan Day for LA Law, also
Hmm.
Law and Order, Jill Erkenberry for LA Law, Mel Harris for 30 something, and Angela Lansbury for Murder She Wrote.
Ooh,
Um, I
shame.
know I nominated Dana Delaney and Nan Wertz for China Beach, Susan Day for LA Law, Angela Lansbury for Murder She Wrote, and Patty Lepore for Life Goes On. But the
I
winner is
guess
still Angela Lansbury.
Dame Angela will always win. She never won an Emmy for it. That's the funny thing.
Yeah. Well, they
She
kept.
received,
Yeah. They. Yeah. I'm not sure how that happened, but
I don't know, it was just so weird. It's like they wanted to nominate her, but they also did the same thing to oh, what's her butt from All My Children? That they did that to
Susan Lucci until finally.
they did that to that poor girl from All My Children.
Yep, Susan Lucci until.
19 times. And they just went,
And then on the
oops.
20th time she won.
19th. She went on the ninth.
On 19.
And then she didn't win. She was nominated two more times, never won again.
Yep. And then what's funny is she went on Dance with the Stars right after winning the Emmy.
6, 7, 10. She received 18 Primetime Emmy nominations, Angela. Zero wins.
Unbelievable.
She received 5 Tonys. One was honorary out of 7 nominations, 3 Academy Award nominations. She won one, for which was honorary. Which why they don't put it as one when it's technically an Oscar, I don't know.
Same.
I'm gonna correct that here after we're done.
All right. While you're doing that, let's do best comedy. Best comedy actor.
Best comedy actor. Hold on. Here we go.
They nominated Ted Danson for Cheers, which won.
Ooh.
John Goodman for Roseanne.
Oh.
Judd Hirsch for Dear John, Richard Mulligan for Empty Nest, and Fred Savage for The Wonder Years.
How old was he?
I think he's like 14 or 15 when he got nominated,
He was born in 1976. I'm not doing the
and
math.
then we're at 89.
He was young. Congrats to him. That's great.
I
So,
already did for you.
I don't. I'm not particular on any of these people. John Goodman, I guess, was good. Roseanne
I
as a show has just.
differently. Well, we're not going to talk about that because they didn't even nominate her or the show, so
Thank
we could
God.
just get right over that.
Or else
Just
it'd be a very
well,
awkward conversation between the two of us. Like, she's there.
anyway, I nominated um, Ted Danson for Cheers, Ian for Roseanne, Judd Hirsch for Dear John, Fred Savage for The Warriors, and Reginald Vell Johnson.
And your winner? Internet. No. And I think
All right. Oh, I did not read my last name. The last name I had on here. Reginald Vell Johnson for Family Matters. That's
that's it.
the dad.
Is that the show with Steve Urkel?
Yes,
I thought so. I was like,
Reginald was the dad. Urkel was actually supposed to be a one-time character.
ugh, if only.
The audience fell in love with him.
Why? I question that even.
My winner is Fred Savage. Anyway,
He really was extraordinary in that, wasn't he?
yeah,
For a child actor, you know how iffy they can be
yeah.
occasionally.
Personal feelings about him aside, he's great.
Oh, I thought his brother was the one with the issues.
Oh, that's what it was. I'm sorry, I mixed them up. I can't help it.
Oh, hold on. Oh,
Or
yeah, he did have some misconduct allegations when he was 16, but it was
okay.
settled out of court. And then he never. Oh, no. And in 18. Okay, yeah, then you're right. It's both brothers who are.
Um,
Never mind.
personal feelings aside, I thought he was really good in that.
I would have done John Goodman just because he's just so warm in that part. And
That's true.
I love John Goodman as an actor. He's just,
He deserves more respect. I don't know how he's never got an Oscar nomination.
he's just, I think the closest he came was The Artist.
Yeah,
But
but
James Cromwell took that spot. Deservedly, James Cromwell was extraordinary.
he should have been nominated for Big Lebowski and supporting actor.
He's
Fine,
just always been a good actor.
exactly.
Personally, I just think Laurie Metcalf is also on the list of she's just extraordinary.
I agree. All right, are you ready to get into actress comedy?
Ooh, ooh.
They nominated Kirstie Alley for Cheers, Stephanie Beachman for Sister Kate.
Beecham.
Oh, Beecham for Sister Kate. No idea what that is.
Oh, Sister Kate's cute.
Okay.
She's just a bird. It was just their, yeah, she was just coming off of Dynasty.
Oh,
So
okay. Oh, it's about nuns. Okay. Okay. Candice Bergen for Murphy Brown, Jamie Lee Curtis for Anything But Love, which she won,
Mm.
and Tracy Ullman for the Tracy Ullman Show.
Oh, Tracy. I love Tracy.
Now mine is going to look a lot different.
No Stephanie Beacham?
I nominate B. Arthur for the Golden Girls, Estelle Getty for the Golden Girls, Ruth McLaughlin for the Golden Girls, Betty
McLaughlin.
White for the Golden Girls, and Tracy Ullman for the Tracy Ullman Show.
I'm curious who the winner's going to be between all those beautiful ladies.
It's actually very tough because all of them are great. I think I'm gonna go with Betty White.
Betty White's a sweetheart.
Her character
I've
just
seen
holds.
all these shows, including Sister Kate. It's, I don't know, it's hard to pick because Tracy Ullman had so much variety. And I love Jamie Lee Curtis, but it's kind of been a forgettable TV show. No one really talks about it 30 years on.
It's
I
been a
think it is 30 years on, isn't it now?
yeah,
No one really
um,
talks about it, but everyone remembers the Tracy Ullman show. And
yeah,
everyone remembers Cheers.
and Golden Girls and all that.
I just don't think she really needed to win. I mean, she's a good actress. Well,
It's
I have no clue what that was.
um,
She's good, but kind
it
of like her Oscar win.
yeah,
It's kind
it's
of,
weird they nominate her. They nominate her years later for Screaming Queens.
oh no, she was so good in Screen Queens.
But I'm saying no, it's like interesting how if she shows up somewhere and she's somewhere worthy, they'll throw her a nomination
I do think if she hadn't won back in the 90s, she probably would have been overdue and they would have coughed one up for Screen Queens because you know how they like to do that.
or even Freaky Friday in 2003.
But that would have been in the film category.
But still, though, the
Yeah.
Golden Globes are like, hey, we never gave you an award. Here you go. That's
But
literally
they
how they
didn't.
look at it.
I mean, they're weird with that. They've done it to multiple actors.
Yeah.
They'll cough one up for their worst performance or for their strangest performance. Or they'll,
Yeah.
they'll just cough up an honorary one. They'll be like, sorry.
They're like, here's your award. Now get out.
They did that to Judy Garland
Yep.
after but however, she did win a competitive Globe and it was musical or comedy when
That's
she should have
hilarious.
won the Oscar. But that's another story that we'll have to cover together because I have some thoughts about that year. Okay, I think the next one is best performance in a miniseries or television film.
We're going to start with actor first.
Ooh,
They nominated Robert Duvall for Lonesome Dove, who won.
Sir John Gielgud.
Thank you for saying his name for War and Remembrance. Ben Kingsley for Murder Among Us, the Simon Wiesenthal
Sir
story.
Ben.
He, I assume he's great. He always is.
Oh,
Lance Smith and the Final Days. Oh, Lane Smith, excuse me. And James Woods from My Name is Bill W.
interestingly, he won the Emmy for that. My name is Bill W.
Huh.
James Wood. So yeah, it's a good category. Sir John Gielgud is just my
Well,
Shakespearean love is like tingling right now. Sir Ben Kingsley, he's never done a bad performance, even if the film itself sucks.
yeah, he's never been the problem of any
Lane
movie.
Smith is also extraordinary in that show. He's really good. He's, but Robert Duvall. What is he in nowadays? Wasn't he in Jaws? Oh yeah, he's the one who's been complaining constantly on Twitter.
So pretty much every actor, every older actor, pretty much.
Well, who would you have nominated? Because I've
Well,
seen all these shows, so
Brian Dennehy for Day One. Robert Duvall for Lonesome Dove. I haven't seen it, but
it's okay.
I'm sure Robert Duvall's great in it. Anthony Hopkins for Great Expectations, which is my winner, by the way. Ben Kingsley for Murders Among Us, the Simon Wiesenthal story. Ryan O'Neal for Small Sacrifices.
I well, that's kind of you to give him something.
Yeah,
Brian O'Neill is. I'm looking at the Ben Kingsley one out of interest. I think it's another murder show.
yeah. I would not be surprised, but either way,
Yes.
either way, I would still give it Anthony Hopkins.
He's just brilliant, and he's never won a competitive Golden Globe.
Well, with me, he has.
I just don't understand that. I mean, he's technically brilliant. I don't know. There's just something about it. I mean, they gave him a Cecil B. DeMille.
I'm not sure why they do that, but
I know the Chadwick year, they went full on with Chadwick, and then he didn't even end up winning the Oscar, which was very interesting. I'm not complaining. I loved The Father.
but
I
it's
bawled my eyes out in theaters.
but I hate the producers of the Oscars that year, though.
Oh, I do think they didn't know. They assumed.
But that's the thing, though.
But even then, would you want to end it on a sad note? Or would you want to have something like Best Picture?
Yeah, that's how I would end it.
Personally, I'm not mad the way I mean, I personally love The Father, and I was secretly thinking, ooh, I hope he wins because I thought
Yeah,
it was brilliant.
yeah.
But that's another time.
I'm not mad at the
So,
winner. I'm just mad at how they did
I
it.
don't know, it was so lazy. James Woods, I love James Wood as an actor. I'm glad to see him recognized. I'm not sure if he's ever won a Globe.
He has before. I don't know what for,
Has
but
he?
yeah.
I'm
Let me.
looking.
I have to.
Yes, he'd won 2 years prior
Okay.
for Promise, his second time nominated. And then he was nominated almost distinctly in 86, 87, and 89.
Oh, I didn't know this. He was an
2000.
executive producer on Oppenheimer.
Yes.
I, I
I kind of thought he was going to get an Oscar nomination, and I was surprised to learn that executive producer doesn't count.
yeah, they don't.
I don't know
Octavia.
why.
I don't know why. Octavia Spencer would have had a second Oscar then, because she executive produced Green Book,
Ugh.
which hence why I picked this year. I picked this year because it's the original Green Book, Drive to Miss Daisy,
Okay, then the next category is actress.
and a miniseries. They nominated Farrah Fawcett for Small Sacrifices, Holly Hunter for Roe versus Wade,
Yeah,
Christine Lottie for No Place Like Home, which won, Jane Seymour for War and Remembrance,
I love that woman.
and Loretta Young for Lady in the Corner.
Oh,
Um,
Loretta, she's just. Do you know much about Loretta Young?
Not really.
She's just. Oh, she's a class act. She actually had a love child with Clark Gable.
Oh
That's a
wow.
very fascinating story. She gave it up for adoption and then came back for it and claimed, I found this random child. And it had his ears.
Well, that gave. Um,
She's a good actress. I'm
yes,
happy to see her there. I think I texted you that last night. I think I got
you
excited and
did.
said, ooh, Loretta. And she's just
Um,
lovely. She never got the respect that she deserved in Hollywood. Won an Oscar, nominate one, I think. She's really good. I definitely haven't seen the show
yeah, I haven't either.
because unfortunately, I doubt it's very easy to find.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
But I've seen every other person. I will say they're all good shows. Um, War and Remembrance is particularly good.
I did nominate Jane Seymour as well.
She's
I,
lovely.
I nominated Farrah Fawcett for Small Sacrifices, Holly Hunter for Roe versus Wade,
Mm-hmm.
Amy Madigan for Roe versus Wade.
Mm-hmm.
Amy actually won the Supporting Actress Globe for this,
Yeah.
but I consider both of them co-leads. Hence why I put them both in Actress Limited. Jane Seymour for War and Remembrance, and Oprah Winfrey for The Women of Brewster Place.
I love Oprah.
M-
She really is
m-
quite a good actress.
Definitely check it out. The Women of Brewster Place. It's on YouTube. You may have to pay for it, but it'll be worth
Mm.
it. Um,
Did you enjoy Miss Farah's performance?
I really
I
did.
think she's brilliant.
I think she was great.
Ah,
She's not my winner though. My
just
winner is
hurts
Amy
to
Madigan.
It just hurts to see her with the words four-time primetime Emmy nominee and six-time Golden Globe nominee.
Yeah,
It just
she
hurts. And she died so young that she never really got a chance. I'm sure she would have gotten an honorary eventually.
she probably would have got an Oscar nomination.
They don't go for beauty queens very often.
Well,
She's brilliant. I mean, The Burning Bed. She should have won for The Burning Bed. There's no doubt about that. I don't care who
well,
won that year.
well, she could have got nominated for a transformative role. They do
Oh
like when
yeah,
beautiful actresses go
Grace
to the
Kelly.
lead, if you know what I mean.
I don't.
Charlie
I
Star.
don't. I don't agree with that. When it does
Oh,
happen, it bugs me.
oh, I agree with you, but
I mean, it doesn't bug me as much anymore because if it's a very good performance, I'm like, okay. But back in the 40s and 50s, their habit was if she took off her makeup, they're like, oh my gosh,
my
she made
God,
herself hideous.
yeah, I don't get that, but
She was
um,
nominated consecutively for a Golden Globe. I just do not understand what they had against Farrah Fawcett. And
no
it will
idea.
forever bug me. The Burning Bed, if you've not seen The Burning Bed,
So add that to your recommendation list. Um, now we're
supporting
moving. Now we're moving on to best supporting actor.
Dean Stockwell.
Winner nominees were Chris Burke for Life Goes On, Larry Drake for L.A. Law, Tommy Lee
Mhm.
Jones for Lonesome Dove, um,
Michael Tucker.
Dean Stockwell for Quantum Leap, and Michael Tucker for L.A. Law.
Dean Stockwell is just brilliant.
Hmm. I don't know who I would pick Emmy winners. I'll read them and then you tell me. Dan Cassandra for The Tracy Ullman Show, Josh Savaro for The Wonder Years, Parker Stevenson for Baywatch, Dean Stockwell for Quantum Leap, and George Wendt for Cheers.
I would do Dean. He's just a
Yeah, I would
very
too.
good actor.
Um, yeah, you laughed at my Parker Stevenson nomination.
No, I just kind of chuckle because he's not bad. I
Yes,
like Cheers. It's definitely not my favorite show, but he's
yeah.
good.
The thing is, if I nominate a show, I have to give it something else.
I understand that.
Like with movies, it's the same thing. Even if I just give it like a score nomination, Best Picture, I have to give it something else.
Supporting actress. Very interesting.
I would argue this category is better than the other one.
Yeah, I mean
I
the
mean,
lead
Gene
the
Sparkle is a
supporting
great
actor
winner.
categories is okay.
Yeah. They nominate Angelica Houston for Lonesome Dove, Amy Madigan for Roe versus Wade, which won, Rhea Perlman for Cheers, Susan Ruckman for LA Law, and Julie Summers for Matlock.
I like Julie Summers. She's adorable.
I kept
Um,
I kept one.
Please tell me you didn't cut out River Perlman. She's lovely.
I nominated her. Don't worry.
Oh, good. Because I'm
Um,
judging from behind the picture of Emma Stone. If you didn't.
um, Drew. I nominated Julie Canvern for the Tracy Ullman Show, Danica McKellar for the Wonder Years, Joe Marie Payton for Family Matters, Rhea Perlman for Cheers, and Lynn Whitfield for The Women of Brewster Place. Lynn's character is very powerful. I I don't want to spoil it, but her role especially is very powerful in the movie. My winner is actually going to be Lynn Whitfield.
Hmm.
Um,
I've seen all these shows. I really do love Angelica Houston. She's good too.
any chance to nominate her is also a good option.
I'm waiting for her to have a big starring budget role so she can come back with a.
Hopefully she will.
She was
And
supposed to be in the American Horror Story, but they decided not to use her.
I don't understand why on that.
They used Dame Joan Collins instead, which I was not complaining about. It's she's camp. She's so
Yeah,
good at that. I'm curious if she's gonna get something for her musical that's coming out. She's playing
Maybe,
Wallace Simpson.
maybe she will. All right, that is a good place to leave it. Jake, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Comment down below what do you think, and I'll see you guys next time.